A warm welcome to you. Welcome to Ogtv News at Noon. I am Opeyemi Adeoni. Our top stories at this time. Jimmy Carter, the 39th President of the United States, has died at age 100. Carter was surrounded by his family at his home in Plains, Georgia. In his final moments, the Carter Center, since he passed on, it has been an outpouring of remembrance for a life of principle.
What I do promise you is that I will lead our fight, and I will enforce fairness in our struggle, and I will ensure honesty.
Jimmy L. Carter, a peanut farmer from Plains, Georgia, who served in the U.S. Navy, was president from 1977 to 1981. Championing human rights at the center of U.S. foreign policy, Carter forged a still-standing peace treaty between Egypt and Israel. He also established the Department of Energy in 1977.
That the time for racial discrimination is over.
Shortly after his presidency, Carter and his wife Rosalind established the Carter Center, which has monitored international elections and promoted public health across the world.
The fact that I was a hunter and a fisherman and an outdoors person from my earliest life, I think set the stage for my future interest when I became a public official.
For President Jimmy Carter, morality was a personal obligation that became a national calling. A deeply religious man, he taught Sunday school for most of his adult life until the point in 2020 when he physically could not anymore, and he projected that same moral leadership from his entry into politics through his ascendance to the presidency. Once there, he understood in a deeply personal way that he was spreading values of decency, morality, and human rights to a Cold War world that needed hope. Since the announcement of his death, it has been an outpouring of remembrance for a life of principle. Joe Biden and Donald Trump have led tributes to former U.S. President and Nobel Peace Prize winner.
Today, America and the world, in my view, lost a remarkable leader. He was a statesman and humanitarian. He forged peace, advanced civil rights, human rights, promoted free and fair elections around the world. He built housing for the homeless with his own hands. And his compassion and moral clarity lifted people up and changed lives and saved lives all over the globe.
Carter, who lived longer than any president in history, died on Sunday afternoon at his home in Plains, Georgia, while Trump said all Americans owe Carter a debt of gratitude. Trump posted on Truth Social the challenges Jimmy faced as president came at a pivotal time for our country, and he did everything in his power to improve the lives of all Americans.
I've had a wonderful life. I've had thousands of friends, and I've had an exciting and adventurous and gratifying existence, and I'll be prepared for anything that comes.
May the soul of Jimmy Carter continue to rest in peace. In another development, the federal government has expressed sympathy with the government and people of South Korea following the tragic crash of Jeju Air Flight 2216, which led to the death of about 179 passengers. In a statement by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokesperson, Kimebe Ebinefa in Abuja, the federal government conveyed its condolences to the bereaved family and expressed solidarity with South Korea. The crash occurred on Sunday, December 29, 2024, where the Boeing 737-800 returning from Bangkok, Thailand, attempted to land at Muhan International Airport in southern South Korea. The plane skidded off the runway and collided with a wall, resulting in a ferry explosion. Out of the 181 passenger and crew on board, 179 lost their lives, leaving only 2 survivors. The Nigerian government described the crash as a tragic loss and reaffirmed Nigerian support for the South Korean people. In a similar development, Ogun State's Governor Prince Abeokuta has expressed profound sorrow over the passing of Prince Mahe Abdul-Kadir, the Chief of Staff to Kwara State Governor and the Chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, Abdurrahman Abdulrazak. Prince Abdul-Kadir's death reportedly occurred in the early hours of Saturday at the University of Ilorin Teaching Hospital. In a condolence message issued in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, Governor Abiodun described the death of the Chief of Staff as painful, saying it is a great loss to the Kwara State's Executive Council. He emphasized that Prince Abdul-Kadir's demise also represents a significant loss to both his immediate family and the broader Kwara community, given his unwavering commitment to public service. Governor Abiodun conveyed his sympathies to Governor Abdulrazak, acknowledging the profound gap that will be left by the death of Prince Abdul-Kadir. He noted that late Chief of Staff's contribution to the progress and development of Kwara State, adding that his efforts have left an indelible mark on the state and its governance. Prince Abdul-Kadir was not only a dedicated public servant, but also a humble and hardworking individual whose reliability and dependability were exemplary. His commitment to the betterment of Kwara State was evident in all his undertakings, Governor Abiodun noted. He emphasized that the late Chief of Staff was a significant figure whose strategy and initiatives played a vital role in shaping the policies and programs that benefited the people of Kwara State. His passing is a reminder of the frugality of life and the importance of cherishing the moments we have with our loved ones, Abiodun added, even as he prayed Allah to grant the deceased Al-Jannat Firdaus. And moving away from that story, as Christmas 2024 comes to a close, its aftermath has been felt across the country in a variety of ways. Retailers are tallying their final holiday sales numbers, and families are reflecting on the celebration, which this year included both traditional gathering and new forms of social events. Nkem Ago says the surge in consumer spending to the emotional impact on families, the post-Christmas period is one of significant economic and social change. Our report is presented in this package.
According to industry reports, spending surged by nearly 5% this year compared to 2023, despite concerns over inflation and economic uncertainties. The demand for tech gadgets, clothing and home goods was particularly strong, with online sales continuing to dominate. On the social front, Christmas 2024 marks the continuation of a trend towards more unique and personalized holiday events. Private parties, community gatherings, and destination holidays were all the rage, with many choosing to break from traditional celebrations in favor of experience that reflected personal interest. Ogtv crew went round Abeokuta Metropolis to check the aftermath of Christmas season and spoke with respondents.
I think this time around people are not really coming out due to the country and everything, but we shall thank God. Everything we shall be thanking God because at least we are alive to see this Christmas, not in the grave and all. Because everybody knows you. Àwọn tó lọ ilé ọdún wọ́n sá yàtọ̀ sá sígbà tí kò sí wọn kọrin sá a máa lè jì ní o so ìgboro yìí ó lé dàgbọ́lọ̀ wúmi o everybody kẹ́rin rọ́gẹ́dì ẹ̀ náà ni àti jẹ́ àti mú òní ni wọn fẹ́ nìkan kan wá.
kódà àwọn èèyàn gan wọn rajà rárá owó ẹran ọdún làwọn èèyàn ń wá kò sọjà rárá bó ṣe àmà lè jẹun ẹ tilẹ̀ ìwé rẹ̀ ní ti pálí méjìlá máa ta tilẹ̀ ní ìsìn agídí àbí ìdá stéètì kan àti làjì sí yìí ọjọ́ yẹn ò fi bẹ́ẹ̀ yà ẹja tí wá wọn gan ó ti wọ́n jù kò sí wọn kọ́ ń ta àti àwọn fún àwọn gan ó nira fún yàn.
The holiday season served as a reminder of the importance of family, community, and shared experiences, even as individuals face the challenges of post-holiday recovery. The economic and social ripples from Christmas 2024 will continue to shape the coming year as people assess their priorities and plan for a more sustainable future.
Security agencies have tightened security at the Nigeria-Niger Republic borders, especially within the Sokoto axis. This followed an alert on the activities of the terror group popularly called Lakurawa. The nation was guarded. yesterday, but officials of the Nigerian Immigration Service who spoke in confidence with correspondents said there was no cause for alarm with the matter. The source said that the service had stepped up efforts to frustrate incursions of illegal migrants into the country. A top NIS official said the service and other security agencies were closely monitoring the borders. The 6th Division of the Nigerian Army has successfully dismantled 20 illegal oil refining sites, recovered 90,000 liters of stolen petroleum products, and arrested 8 suspects in a major operation across the Niger Delta. The raid, conducted in collaboration with sister security agencies, targeted criminal activities in Rivers, Bayelsa, Akwa Ibom, and Delta State between December 23rd and 29, 2024. The acting Deputy Director of 6th Division Army Public Relations, Lieutenant Colonel Jonah Danjuma, disclosed these achievements in a statement issued in Port Harcourt. He confirmed that the operation led to the destruction of illegal refining sites, the seizure of stolen products, and the deactivation of 21 boats used for criminal activities. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency has predicted a dust haze from Monday to Wednesday nationwide. NIMET's weather outlook, released on Sunday in Abuja, predicted a moderate dust haze on Monday in the northern region with a visibility range of 2 to 5 kilometers. Its forecast localized visibility of less than or equal to 1 kilometer throughout the forecast period. The north-central states are expected to experience moderate dust haze with visibility range of 2 km to 5 km and localized visibility of less than or equal to 1 km during the forecast period. NIMET anticipated early morning mist or fog in the southern parts of the country and moderate dust haze with a visibility range of 2 km to 5 km during the forecast period. Moving on, telecommunication operators in Nigeria have warned that service disruption are imminent unless tariffs are adjusted to account for escalating operational costs. The chairman of the Association of Licensed Telecommunications Operators of Nigeria, Gbenga Adebayo, issued the warning in a statement. Adebayo described the telecom sector as under siege, citing soaring operational costs driven by inflation, volatile exchange rates, and rising energy prices. He noted that despite these challenges, tariffs have remained unchanged, leaving operators struggling to maintain quality service and expand their network. The telecom chiefs warns that without an immediate tariff adjustment, operators may resort to service sharing, leading to limited availability of telecom services in certain areas. We now move to the world of sports, where four-time Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka made a winning straight set start to her season Monday as she strives to rediscover the form that took her to world number 1. The Japanese star has struggled for consistency since returning to the court a year ago after the birth of daughter Sean in July 2023. Now ranked 57, she stressed that the fire to win still burns brightly and she was confident of revisiting her former glories. Now under the wing of Serena Williams' long-term coach, Patrick, the 27-year-old puts in a solid performance at the Auckland Classic to overcome Israel Lena Glusho, ranked 2-1, 6-4, 6-4. But she to dig deep, with Glushko making a walk hard in rallies. And finally, the Chan Eagles were simply surpassed as they booked their flights to the 2024 Chan at the expense of arch rivals Ghana. The